I'm going to share with you just
Yeah.
briefly something that really helped me to see more of my own value, but not just my value, but the value of what I'm giving to other people. Because
Yeah.
that's really, it's not really about my value. When people pay, it's not about my value.
Yeah.
It's about what they believe it's worth, and that's on them, not on me. But
Right.
anyway, I when I first started doing the publishing, I was going to do solo, for solo authors, doing charging how much did I charge? I think it was $2,700, like
Okay.
really low price. And it was like, because I can do the proofreading, I can do the editing, I can do everything. And
Mhm.
because I didn't know how to delegate. And so anyway, I realized that that was the stupidest thing I could have done because ended up doing all the work and it was hard and it was time consuming.
Yeah.
So one day I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm going to people. Oh, and by the way, and then after the first two people started to work with us,
Yeah.
um, nobody else was saying yes. And this went on for like 4 or 5 months of nobody saying yes. And I
Wow.
was like, I can't drop my prices anymore. This is ridiculous. So I made a complete mindset shift and I said, I'm going to raise my prices until somebody buys.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I went because it was about me and my mindset. It wasn't about them. And so I
Yeah.
went from 2,700 to 3,000, 35, 5,000, 7,500, 10,000,
Wow.
$15,000. Five people bought within 2 weeks at $15,000.
Isn't that amazing? It's just
So
crazy.
yeah, yeah. So what ended up happening, it is had nothing to do with me and who I was. It had to do with what I believed. Like the when I would say the numbers,
Yeah.
I was scared to say them. And so as I kept raising the price, I was becoming comfortable with raising the price. That's all it was.
Yeah.
I was comfortable with raising the price. And so each time I was like, well, shoot, they didn't buy it at 12,000 and I'm going to raise it to 15, and I would
Oh
just like,
gosh. Wow. Yeah, because
yeah,
I do get in my head about that. I know
yeah,
value in some of the things I'm doing, and then it's just hard because I don't know what it is. I have no idea. You know what I mean? But then
yeah.
somebody paid me more. She paid me 19.99 for it. And I was looking at it and I go, wait, how? And there's a spot on Gumroad where they can pay you more. And I was like, oh. So my friend last night was like, yes, you should have priced it higher. I was like,
Well,
okay.
yeah, there's the perceived value that because something is an ebook, you should only charge 99 cents or $1.99. That's kind of like the perception out there, especially on Amazon. So when you talk on Amazon, you'll see the vast majority of ebooks are really low priced, 99 to $2.99. That's kind of
Yeah.
like the pricing. And so when somebody charges more, people think it's more valuable. Like they just
Yeah.
automatically think, oh, this must be more than just an ebook. Because
Right.
just an ebook is not a phrase that should ever be used.
No, because my gosh, I put in a lot of work to
Yeah,
this
look
ebook.
yeah,
Yeah,
look at the work you put into creating this
yeah.
amazing material.